Hi.
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 And now I'm going to explain
โทษที่เขาไปเป็นมะลิงกิงกองสารน้องกองแกงมะนองมะแนงมับปะลองปองแปงงอง
Hi. My name is Lutfi Rahmawati and now I'm going to explain the first material about rule of doing business. But before that, we all should know how the economic condition of Thailand. So, Thailand's economy returned to growth in the fourth quarter, rebounding more quickly than expected, on robust export and a recovery in domestic activity following an easing of COVID curve and as borders reopened to foreign visitors. The government maintained its economic growth outlook at 3 until 4.5%. Stronger domestic demand, a recovery in tourism, and continued support from export and public investment. In 2021, Thailand's economy grew 1.6%, after a 6.1% contraction in 2020. Then, what about socialism in Thailand? Do you know socialism? Socialism is an economic system characterized by social ownership and control of the means of production and cooperative management of the economy. Thailand has been implementing a mixed economic system. The economy is considered to be free and driven by the price mechanism. The Heritage Foundation has been providing an index of economic freedom for 27 years. The index covers four groups of freedom as follows: rule of law, then government size, regulatory efficiency, and open markets. Next, there are some of the biggest industries in Thailand. Number 1. Small or medium-sized enterprises. SMEs are one of the biggest contributors to Thailand's GDP. In fact, in Thailand, SMEs far outnumber larger enterprises, making up 99.7% of businesses operating in the country. Number 2. Industry and manufacturing sector. The industry sector is one of the largest contributors to Thailand's total GDPO. The two major categories of goods manufactured in Thailand are automotive and electronics. Number 3. The services sector. The services sector contributes nearly half of the total national GDP. The sector can be divided into a number of specialized industries, including finance, health, tourism and hospitality, retail, communication, and banking. After know all the things before, like the economic of Thailand, socialism in Thailand, and some industries in Thailand, then how to register a Thai company? There is 6 steps. Step 1. Registering the company name. The name you can choose for your company must not be identical to the name of pre-existing registered partnership or company. Step 2. Filling the MOA. MOA is Memorandum of Association, is a special agreement made by the founders of company. Step 3. The statutory meeting. The statutory meeting can be convened as soon as you register the MOA. Step 4. Registering the company. The application can be logged at the Ministry of Commerce on the same day that the MOA is registered, provided that the statutory meeting has already been convened. Step 5. Registering for corporate income tax and VAT. So, once your company has been registered and within 60 days of incorporation or the commencement of operation, you will need to apply for and obtain a company corporate tax ID card from the Revenue Department. The last step is Social Security registration. A company that has one or more employees must register at the Social Security Office within 30 days of hiring its first employer. Foreigners who are legally working in Thailand must also register with the Social Security Office and are entitled to the same benefits as Thai employees.
Hi, I am Maisyah Mukti. Now I would like to explain about conversation etiquette. In the conversation etiquette, there is communication verbal. The first one is indirect communication. Thai people tend to have an indirect communication style and avoid giving flat-out refusal. The style of communication will vary depending on the relationship. If the people are well acquainted, bluntness is accepted. However, when communicating to those of higher status or unknown status, they are more cautious and make an effort to be polite and indirect. The second one is humor. It is common for thieves to joke during conversation, whilst humor is used in typical way to make conversation light-hearted. It is also used to cover emotion of sadness when discussing a tragic or difficult situation. The third one is swearing. Swearing is generally not used in casual conversation and is considered to be crass. The last one is soft voices. These are often soft-spoken. Raising one's voice is generally frowned up as it implies a loss of control in a situation and can cause a person to be lost-faced. However, people from Bangkok tend to speak louder and faster. The next is talking points. When you are talking to Thai business contacts, be respectful. Use the term "Khun" before addressing a superior, which is equivalent to Mr., Mrs., and Miss. Avoid interrupting others when they are talking. Then, avoid speaking negatively about any Thai political figures. Also, avoid correcting others. If you make some kind of mistakes, laugh at yourself and move on. These are often docile listeners and will rarely interrupt a speaker. When interacting with your Thai business counterpart, be conscious of what emotion you are displaying and how they may be received. Acting as one typically would in business interaction in Australia, a respectable, patient, and calm manner, it is a good approach.
Hi, I'm Christina Ari K, and in this section, I will explain about gesture and mimic in business ethic Thailand. The first one, let's talk about greetings in business ethic Thailand. Traditional way greeting. For this, the hands are raised in a prayer position and the head is slightly bowed, like this. And depending on how high the hands are raised and how far the head is bowed, you are showing more respect to the person you are greeting. A general rule to remember is that the junior person offers the why and the more senior person responds. As a foreigner, it is best to see which greeting you are offered and respond to it, rather than initiate the way. Foreigners are not expected to initiate the why gesture, but it is an insult not to return the why. If a why is not offered to you, then you can shake your hands with men and smile and nod to women. A Thai business person may shake hands with a foreigner. A why can mean hello, thank you, I'm sorry, or goodbye, and a why is not used to greet children, servants, street vendors, or laborers. Another gesture and mimics in business ethic talents are the first one, it is common to make small talk before a Thai business meeting, with conversation about family, age, hobbies, and education being usual topics. The second one, give and receive business card with your right hands or both hands and consider the details of the card you receive before storing it away. The third one, avoid filling in periods of silence as it is common for thoughtful consideration to be made before response is given. And then next, relationships are an important part of Thai business culture and it's considered rude and abrupt to begin talking business without a small talk first. And the last one, small token gifts are frequent and often appreciated gesture. Last but not least, let's talk about Sanuk. So Sanuk refers to attitude of striving to enjoy and be satisfied in whatever one does. It is a guiding principle in a business and work setting, meaning Thais will generally seek to make work a pleasant and enjoyable experience. Often, the distinction between work and life is blurred, with social affairs being a welcome topic of discussion during work hours or meetings, and for business-related matter being discussed in social events.
Hi, I'm Mayang. So now I'm going to explain to you about the outfit use related to the business ethics in Thailand. So just like any other places in most countries in the world, Thailand business outfit is quite conservative. They're most likely to use dark color but lightweight suits and ties for men, and knee-length skirts or suits for women. In addition, on casual occasion like for casual meetings for example, men should wear slacks and shirts and women's skirts and blues. Jeans are usually also worn by both men or women, and of course is for casual meetings occasion. For more details about the outfit, men wearing Western business suits that is popular in Thailand and being the most versatile piece for wearing during important meetings. For additional fact, because of the Thailand weather or temperature which is very hot, businessmen there most commonly carry their jacket suits instead of wearing it. And then the long sleeved shirt. Although the weather is really hot, wearing long sleeve shirts are always worn, or you can say that it is the outfit manner. And then the all important tie. Businessmen in Thailand always wearing ties. It is important to get chance of fitting in with the other people in the country. Also, wearing tie adds touch of professionalism to one's ensemble and can make a huge difference regarding the end result of someone's look. Meanwhile, for women, they should wear plain conservative dresses or suits. Then, if skirts are worn, they should be knee-length or longer. And last but not least, the shoulders should always be covered. There's also other things to consider while doing business in Thailand and associated with the outfit. The first one is Thailand people pay a lot attention to appearance. You have to make sure your pants, shirts, and jackets are free of wrinkles and stains. And shoes should be polished daily. Fingernails manicured regularly and facial hair should be avoided. Also avoid showing tattoos as well as piercing if you have. Smart shoes and socks without holes are essential in case whereby shoes are to be removed.
And now I'm going to explain the next material about performance. Business culture in Thailand. Thai business culture contains some of the characteristics of work ethic from other countries in Southeast Asia. However, because Thailand was never colonized, business culture is more or less influenced by Western countries. Next, Thailand business culture features. The first is the hierarchy, defines not only the work environment but Thai society as a whole. Second is the highest level of respect was reserved for the king of the monastic community. Next, personal relationships are key to a successful deal in Thailand, and a level of closeness with Thai professional can take precedence over bidding. Next is greeting and degrees. The Thai usually call each other by their first name and titles, while surnames are reserved for very formal occasion and written communication. And the last is price policy. Gift giving is commonplace but more westernized, with less formality than elsewhere in East and Southeast Asia. It is recommended to bring gift from your home country.
Like manners, the first one is written the Y greeting. Thai people are warm and welcoming characters and will appreciate the same attitude reciprocated back to them in the simple way. Second one is be polite. Don't interrupt others and show common courtesy like offering to bring something to drink or holding open doors for someone behind you. Those small actions have a huge effect on the opinion people have of you. Then bring gifts. Something small as a token of appreciation is a great idea. Then laugh at yourself. If you do make a mistake, laugh about it. These are quick to forgive. Then be subtle. Aggressiveness or directness is not appreciated. Correcting others hurts their feelings, keeping you from forming close relationship. Next, show respect. Seniority is taken seriously, so when addressing a superior, it's always important to preface their given name with kun, which means Mr., Mrs., Miss, or Miss in respect. If someone tells you their nickname, it's okay to use that instead. The dislike manners, the first one is bad-mouthing royalty. It's a big no talking something bad about the Thailand family royalty. Then underestimate Buddha symbol. Friendly-looking Buddhas are not for hugging or selfies. A large number of people in Thailand are Buddhist, and they expect you to treat their religious objects with respect. There are actually laws about it too. And then touching people's heads. The head is considered sacred and the cleanest part of the body, so it's deemed offensive to touch people's heads or hair. If you slip up and do this accidentally, apologize as soon as you can and you will find most Thais will quickly forgive you for it. Then embarrassment. Playful mocking is not common or appreciated in Thailand, so don't draw attention to someone's bad hair day, for example. Saving face and having good reputation is everything in Thailand. Then superstitions. Don't pass things with your left hand. Always give out business cards or gifts with your right hand. And then the last one, last but not least, for meals, eat your food with your spoon, not your fork. The fork is only to put things onto your spoon.
เจ้ามีเขาอยู่แล้วยังดึงอายเข้าไปหา